downtown Gainesville today. I'm Katil Feltz. I'm with Jeff Stowe, and we are going to be bringing you the Gainesville High School Homecoming Parade.
Be an exciting event tonight.
Jeff, in just a few moments, all the parades and the floats are going to be coming through here. We're going to meet the homecoming candidates. But first, we're going to meet some of the people who came out here into downtown Gainesville to I guess, witness the parade today. What is your name?
Maria.
Now, Maria, tell me what you're looking forward to seeing in the parade.
I'm looking forward to seeing my aunt in the parade and all the high schoolers being in it.
And do you go to Gainesville High School?
Yes, I do.
What grade are you in?
8th grade.
Okay, 8th grader Maria here in downtown Gainesville today. We also have a very young lady here. And tell me what your name is.
Allison.
And Allison, do you go to school yet?
Yes.
Where do you go to school?
Preschool.
Okay, you're in preschool.
First Baptist.
Are you going to be a red elephant one day?
Yes.
Okay, and who did you come to see in the parade?
My sister.
And who is your sister?
Corey.
Okay, I know Corey, so we'll look forward. Is she going to be on the senior float? She's a cheerleader, isn't she? Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing Corey in just a little while, okay? Okay, and Jeff, you found somebody to talk to today, too.
Yes, and your name right now?
Lenny Lineski.
Lenny, what do you think about the parade tonight?
It's an annual tradition. It's a great event. Daughter is going to be on the sophomore float, and it's always a great time.
All right, and the most important question, who's going to win our football game tomorrow night?
It'll be Gainesville High by about 34 points.
You heard it here first, Red Elephant fans.
That sounds great. Jeff, it's really good to have you joining me here today in downtown Gainesville. And, there's nothing like the energy of a parade and the anticipation of what is about to come down Washington Street right here in Gainesville.
No doubt, and it's an exciting week. There's been all kind of preparation leading up to the week, and it'll be a great weekend, and this kind of kicks it off tonight.
I guess I'm new to Gainesville. I've only been here for about 21 years now, but I was told that the parade used to take place down Green Street.
Yes, years ago it went down Green Street and ended at the Civic Center. It ceased for quite a few years, and then it started back in 1999 here on the square. So this is, I guess, the 12th annual renewal of the parade for Gainesville High School.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to it tonight. Can't wait to see the floats. And, the kids have been working all week at the school, the seniors and the freshmen and the juniors and the sophomores. And there's been a lot of spirit at the school. A lot of good competition, I guess.
Well, there's always a lot of spirit at Gainesville High School. And, their saying is, tradition doesn't graduate, so we'll see a lot of good tradition here tonight.
And a lot of are you an alumni of Gainesville?
I'm alumni. Graduated in 1985.
And he's proud of it, folks. Yes,
yes.
Yes, he is. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna step up there in our high spot so we can see all the parades and the floats, and we'll be back to see all the red elephants in just a moment, right here on TV 18. Well, we are certainly glad to be here in downtown Gainesville this evening for the annual homecoming parade. Jeff, Gainesville High School, of course, what a season we've already had. I mean, we are just ripe for the playoffs again, aren't we?
It has been a great season, especially coming off last year. I think a lot of people thought we were going to have a really young football team, weren't sure what Bruce Miller was going to be able to put on the field. And so far, other than an opening night loss to Buford, it's been nothing but outstanding football, and look for another deep run into the playoffs.
It really has, and there's nothing like a winning football team to just to make you understand even better what high school football is about in the South. I mean, there is nothing else going on Friday night except high school football, and it's hard to explain that to people who don't live it. If you will.
It's a great place to be on Friday night. I look forward every Friday night to going and supporting our Red Elephants. Over the years, they've compiled 496 wins, been around almost 100 years playing football. The tradition at Gainesville High School is like no other place I've seen. in this area around the state.
Well, everyone knows now why I invited Jeff to join me tonight, because he's got all the statistics. He knows everything there is to know about Gainesville High School football, and also you have announced occasionally, I understand, when Mr. Snelling was unable to be there.
Well, actually, we bought in an auction, and I did it for a half. And
they paid you to do it.
No, I paid to do it. I paid to do it.
That's right. You paid them to do it.
It was an honor to sit up there with Walt and learn from Walt how to observe a true genius at doing his craft, and I learned a lot that night, and it's been a lot of fun. I've done a powder puff football game since then, and now tonight, so everybody is giving me a hard time about all the time I'm getting on a microphone.
Well, it sure is great to have someone who loves Gainesville High School and loves the community like I know you do, and what an honor to sit in the seat that Walt sits in, I guess you could say. It sure is great as we sit here. I've never had this view of Washington Street before. This is a great one, though. We're here at the parade tonight, and kind of starting off the parade, if you will, coming down the street right in front of us, and you can hear them. You can hear the band behind them, but here we have the Flag Corps, the ROTC from Gainesville High School, and they're looking really nice there, Jeff, as they're carrying the flags right down. I might have said Green Street. I'm so used to saying Green Street because most of our parades are down Green Street, but right here on Washington Street tonight.
Yeah, it's always good to see the red, white, and blue flag coming down Washington Street. And Larry Miller does an outstanding job with our band, as you can hear them in the background. He's been with Gainesville now for about 8 or 9 years, I believe. So we have two Millers heading up our Friday night festivities, with Larry doing the band and Bruce doing the football team. Right behind, in between the band and the Flag Corps, if you will, of course, we have the majorettes from Gainesville High School who are there with the parade. And I just have to say, I'm sorry, I think red and white and black are like the best colors in the world. You can't win when your colors are red, white, and black. No doubt about it. It's great to be a Gainesville High. It also goes for Georgia Bulldogs, two of my favorite teams. That's right. And here we have the Gainesville High School Marching Band. A parade is not a parade without a band, and we've got one of the best in the state. There's no doubt about it. And you can hear the crowd there. We've got the perfect seat right now for the parade, don't we? And it's a great crowd that's turned out so far for the parade. People are still filing in, but looks like it's going to be a good turnout tonight. And all the dancers that we have with the band, they put on quite a halftime show. We want everyone to come out to the Gainesville High School football game, the homecoming game tomorrow night, on Friday night that is, and see this halftime show. Let's listen to the band for just a minute. Okay. Walt Snelling would say, that was an outstanding job. That was an outstanding job. You know, it's all I can do just to walk and to play a musical instrument is a little bit more than I think I could do, but they do make me want to kind of sing along. Coming up right behind them is our brand new police chief, if you will, Chief Brian Kelly. He's been in office for a few months now. I think I see the city manager in the car with the police chief. That's Kip Paget. That is Kip. So we are very fortunate here in the city of Gainesville. I am very fortunate to work with so many wonderful people and for so many wonderful people. You know, you got to say those nice things about your boss when he's driving by and everything. But no, Gainesville Police Department, of course, about to move into a brand new facility. I'll go ahead and say that the existing police department is going to close next Thursday and Friday, the 28th and 29th, as they move into the new facility. So be prepared for that. That is a beautiful new facility out off Queen City Parkway. It really is. And now, Jeff, I'm going to let you talk about the next person because this is the guy that everyone wants to watch on the football field for sure. He's our parade marshal. He's number 45, A.J. Johnson. A.J. has played since his freshman year. He didn't start, but he quickly earned his way into the starting lineup about the middle of his freshman year. He's committed to Tennessee. He is an outstanding football player. And he goes by the name The Beast, and he is definitely a beast on Friday nights.
Well, we sure are fortunate to have him, and we've just had so many outstanding athletes in previous years, and this year too. There's so many, and just really fortunate. Right here coming up behind AJ now is our very own Mayor Ruth Bruner, and we appreciate everything she does for us here in the city of Gainesville as well.
And she's got looks like her attorney driving her there, Dan Summer.
I was trying to see who that was from over here. I need to pay more close attention to this monitor we have right in front of us. All right, right behind Mayor Bruner, we have some more of our city council members. It looks like Gainesville City Council member Danny Dunnigan and also George Wangeman. And I believe that's Miss Laura Corley.
Laura Cooley.
Laura
Cooley is driving the car.
Laura. Laura is driving the city council, so we're glad. And if you all want to talk to the city council, they're just right over here at City Hall. You can come and talk with them at any time. Give them a call if you have any questions about what's going on in the city. To get my little plug in there for the city.
Well, next we've got coming our superintendent of the school, Dr. Mary Ann Dyer, and she has been outstanding. She's a true red elephant, graduate of Gainesville High School. Nobody finer than to take over the mess we found ourselves in 2 or 3 years ago, and she's quickly got us out of it, done an outstanding job.
She is, like you just said, she is the consummate red elephant. She really is. Coming up here now next, we have some of the board members, the school board members for the Gainesville City Schools, Mr. Willie Mitchell there. We appreciate what he does for us. And then right behind Mr. Mitchell, looks like we've got some more football players. And Dolores Diaz, I believe, in the car
Dolores.
Right behind him.
And next we have my former principal, Curtis Seegers. Curtis was a great principal. He also was last year an honor graduate. A couple years ago, he became an honorary graduate of Gainesville High School, along with Mr. Ortenstein, who provides the MVP of the football team every year with a watch. He has done that for 63 years now. We
appreciate both those men do. I wish we had a little bit more time to talk about Curtis Seegers, but oh well, we don't. So let's move on.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. He's a great guy. And both of those men have done so much for our community. And Jeff, you were telling me a little story before we walked over here about how you, I don't want to say would fool Mr. Seegers or trick him, but there were times when Jeff was in school when, occasionally he didn't want to go to, can I say that out loud?
Teal, why are you calling me out? My mother may be watching this, and I may get in trouble some 25 years later.
Well, you know what? You're so successful now. It's okay. It's okay. But it's not okay for our children to do. So if our children are watching this, you better be in school every single day.
Yes, better be in school every day.
Mr. Seegers, I had a feeling he knew exactly where you were, Jeff Stowe.
He kept close tabs on us. He occasionally would show up in a fast food restaurant and serve you lunch as you came through.
Oh, so he knew where you were. Oh, yeah. Well, coming up next is something that you are very familiar with. This is the big red elephant, and we're getting quite a view of the red elephant right now, aren't we?
And we have our principal, Mr. Mance, in the truck. The behind of the elephant, yes.
Let me say thank you to Jeff and to the Big Red Elephant and Home Electronics for helping us to promote this event this week. We appreciate the elephant being all over Gainesville and helping us do all that we do in the area here. Let's don't miss Bryson Worley and Daryl White. We couldn't do what we do at Gainesville High School without them, and we have them watching over our kids in the office now, don't we?
Yes, we do. And they do a fine job. There's two more of the principals. They're coming by awfully quick, so we're going to have to be fast here.
Speed it up here. That was Lucretia Larkin and Miss Beth McElwee, so we appreciate what they do at Gainesville High School. Teacher of the Year at Gainesville High School, Rick Howard. He is the one of the history teachers. Well, was he in that group? We'll see. I know we have the football team, no doubt about it. That's Coach Bruce Miller. So we'll stop for just a moment, let everyone clap for the football players. How many players do we have?
I believe we have 93 on the roster, a big group of kids. I want to go back real quick. You were talking about Rick being a Teacher of the Year. He also was the coach of the soccer team that won the state championship last year.
That's right. So he is quite an asset to Gainesville High School as well.
He's had a great year, Teacher of the Year and a state championship.
He's had a great year, Teacher of the Year and a state championship. That's right. So he is quite an asset to Gainesville High School as well. He's had a great year, Teacher of the Year and a state championship. And Gainesville High School football team, as Jeff mentioned, except for that one little game in the very beginning we're going to forget, we are undefeated.
Yes,
I guess that was an accurate statement, wasn't it?
We lost to the University of Beaufort, as some around here like to say. They're a fine football team, and we were young, and we've grown up a lot, and look forward to see our continued progress over the next couple of weeks as we get tuned up to start the playoffs.
Just going past us now, the junior varsity cheerleaders, and certainly as a mom of a cheerleader, I know firsthand how much goes into being a cheerleader at Gainesville High School. And it's a serious business there. They want to do a great job. Football team's on top, and we certainly have a lot to cheer for.
Kids love getting that candy, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. There's nothing like wouldn't be a parade without the candy. And here's the varsity cheerleaders. I think they have about 23 cheerleaders this year, and there's their coach, Miss Perry, and Miss Davis, I'm sure, is on there. I see her too.
Yes. And they are two fine red elephants. They graduated from Gainesville High School as well.
They do so much for us as well. Now, coming up, here's the principal at, there's someone in the trunk of that car, too. They've got, how many people can you pack into?
A convertible Solace?
Maybe that was a Toyota. Was that a Toyota
I
Solara?
Yes.
It was red, so it doesn't even matter. But that was Mr. Martin from Gainesville Middle School. Right behind him, Jennifer Hicks, Teacher of the Year at Enoda Elementary School. Congratulations to her. And then right behind her, we have members of the Enoda Student Council. You're right. That was Sydney Ure is the sponsor there. And we don't want to miss anybody tonight. We have so many people
Looks like we have some more Teachers of the Year coming. Is that Fair Street, Michelle Colbert? No, that's the Student Council.
Enoda. Some more Enoda Student Council members. And what a great thing that our kids can be in the Student Council in elementary school. And by the time they get to middle school, and definitely by the time they get to Gainesville High School, they know what it's all about. And then it's such a great leadership opportunity at such an early age. And I think that the school system does a great job at producing leaders. And there goes Ken Tinch running by. And we appreciate all he does. He's a great judge for us in the Miss Gainesville High School pageant we had just a few weeks ago. We're going to see the winner of that, Hayden Couch, coming up in the parade shortly. But look at all the people out there, Jeff. Now, I told everyone, my friends couldn't believe who haven't been to this parade before, that when it comes time to be here, that they're 6 deep, they're standing there, the kids are on the wheels almost to get candy, so you have to be very careful when you're a driver in the parade. All right, let's see who we have coming up now. I love those older Mercedes. That was always one of my favorite cars. This is a Fair Street Teacher of the Year you were talking about, Miss Michelle Gilbert. What it must take to become Teacher of the Year. I'm sorry, Michelle Colbert.
And now it looks like maybe Gainesville Elementary's Teacher of the Year. Lynette Rivera. Or no, we got them out of order. That's Tracy.
She was from Centennial, Elementary. And if you haven't, we have some viewers out there who haven't been to Centennial Elementary in many, many years, then you need to stop by and see what they're doing at that school. All of our elementary schools just doing some really great things here in the city.
We have a lot to be proud of.
We really do. You want to talk about one, but then you have to talk about another because they're all just equally as wonderful. Here we go. We've got the New Holland Elementary School Teacher of the Year. That's Heather Scott. She's the media specialist out there.
Coming up next, we have the Gainesville Middle School cheerleaders.
Oh, I thought I saw them earlier. I must have been talking about someone. I must have been talking about someone else, so I apologize. I guess those are junior varsity. You're right. Now the Gainesville Middle School cheerleaders. That's another great thing. You can start cheering and playing football in middle school, and then by the time you get to high school, it just is just a great experience that you can have for 7 years or even longer in the school system.
Well, and speaking of the middle school, we have next Sam Wallace, the head coach of the Gainesville Middle School football team, and they did something for the 3rd year in a row. They went undefeated and won the Hall County Championship. He is doing a fine job getting these kids ready to play for Coach Miller. You know, the Watson, who's the freshman quarterback, led this team last year to an undefeated season, so they do a great job of getting our kids ready to play at an early age, so Bruce has plenty of talent to pull from in the next few years.
That's a Gainesville Middle School football team. We're glad to be down here broadcasting today on TV 18. This is the first time we've ever done a parade, in case you can't tell, but we're learning as we're going, aren't we, Jeff?
I hope you I don't embarrass you too bad.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Like I said, we haven't done. Of course, TV 18 always broadcasts the Memorial Day Parade. That's a huge event on Green Street every year, and this is just as huge, just as much fun. And then following the parade tonight, we have Gainesville recording artist Alan Nivens, who's going to be playing some music on the square, just kind of getting everyone pumped up for what has been a wonderful homecoming week at Gainesville High School.
And it looks like next we've moved into the park and rec age kids are coming. I see looks like a under 10 football team coming, Cooper Embry's team, and some cheerleaders, some junior cheerleaders right before the football team, the white team coming.
You mentioned talking about Gainesville Middle School feeding into the high school, and we have these great feeder teams that do come from Gainesville Parks and Recreation. There is nothing like Little League football and cheerleading. This is where it all starts. This is where you just, I guess, the passion just really starts here. There's nothing like seeing those little guys and girls go out there during the week, and they practice several days during the week, just like the high schoolers do, and it's just really fun to go to those games as well.
And, you know, a lot of those youth coaches don't even have players playing. They love it. They've done it for years, and that's some of the brings continuity when you have the same coach year after year, and they do a great job of getting the kids ready for the next level.
You're right. It's all volunteer, and we couldn't do high school, middle school, Little League. We couldn't do any of the things that we do in this city without the wonderful volunteers that we have.
It looks like next we've got our athletic director, Mr. Wayne Vickery. Wayne, actually, I guess Walt's next. Look, Wayne's
probably
them.
down there trying to teach somebody how to drive since he's the. He's still in charge of driving, learning how to drive at Gainesville High School.
He does do that. I believe two classes a day. He teaches driving.
That's Walt Snelling. Now, he probably stopped along the way to talk to somebody, didn't he? He is, of course, the voice of the elephants, as you can see. And for those of you who don't know, of course, he has been broadcasting. I don't even know how long he's been broadcasting.
I asked him the other night when I was up in the box, and he couldn't remember his first game, but he knows he's been here for about 25 years, which would have been about my senior year in high school that he started. And he does all the high school sports, does the JV, does the middle school. He even goes down and calls the park and rec games. It's unbelievable how many nights a week he must call some sporting event.
I think he used to live in the Civic Center. I think he was the very first Parks and Recreation, or among the first Parks and Recreation directors for the city of Gainesville. I think he actually did have an apartment at the Gainesville Civic Center.
That's an interesting fact. I've not heard that
story. I think, was he there before Bobby Groom Stadium, or not quite?
I don't believe so.
We just kidding, Walt. We love you, and we couldn't do what we do here without you. You are just one of those unsung heroes right here in Gainesville. There's Coach Vickery.
There's Coach Vic. He was Coach Vic to me back 25 years ago. He was a young assistant coach for Coach Bobby Gruen, and glad to see we kept one of our own in as athletic director. And then another familiar face on the sideline, and a recent honorary grad, George Groover. Groover looks the same today as he did 25 years ago when I was on the sideline. He helps all the coaches out get ready for games on their prospective nights.
And that's why he's the #1 fan.
Yes.
Gainesville High School counselors, I tell you what, having a senior, there's nothing I wouldn't do for our counselor at this time in our lives. I tell you what, we depend on them to help us get through the 4 years, and then it's the after 4 years. And
yes.
Jury's still out on that one, but we appreciate all that they do for us in the school system. And the office staff. These are the ladies. This is the glue for the entire school system. And I just wish I could hear some of those excuses they hear on certain days.
It looks like we have my friend Gary Funk, and Gary must have traded his truck in. I've not seen him in a bug before.
So. Look at him in that brand new convertible VW. Now he's finally styling. I'm glad you got rid of that truck there, Gary. That looks great.
Looks like we got a few clubs coming now. The FEA.
That's the Future Educators of America, in case you didn't know.
Okay. And it looks like they're decked out in clown uniforms.
Okay, here comes a Crimson Chorus right behind them. And what a great job they do under the direction of Julia Lackey. Okay, we've got a little music now.
That's some music back in our day there, isn't it?
I know you want to. What about those wigs? Did you ever wear a wig like that, Jeff?
I don't think I've seen a wig or worn a wig like that one before.
And here are a couple of the other clubs. We've got the French Club, and we've got the Spanish Club.
Uh-oh, this is going to be a mad rush. The bag just dropped right in the middle of the street.
The bag of candy just broke,
yes.
So I think the car sees that, so they're going to slow down and let everyone get the candy. Of course, we are here today because this is homecoming. For those of you who haven't figured that out yet, we are here at the Gainesville High School Homecoming Parade. And coming up the street right now is Miss Hayden Couch, who just a few weeks ago received the great honor of being named Miss Gainesville High School. And what a great job she did. That, of course, the event held at the warehouse. And it's always fun to see the ladies and their talent and the new leaders of the future, certainly for not only for Gainesville High School, but for our community and our state as well.
And it looks like in the next car we have our first homecoming queen candidate tonight. That's Miss Kate Callahan. Kate is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Michael Callahan. Kate is on the varsity basketball team, varsity tennis team, student council rep, vice president of the Beta Club, secretary for the Peer Mentoring Club, National Honor Society, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
And right behind Kate is Miss Leanne Noble. Leanne is the daughter of Carol Ann Gelderman and Tim Noble. And Leanne, of course, on the debate team, student council vice president, National Honor Society, varsity basketball cheerleader. Also, we have the third homecoming queen candidate, Miss Nancy Ruiz. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Trinidad Ruiz, and a member of the Crimson Chorus and so many other things, and we're getting behind here.
We're way behind. I think that's our final queen candidate, Miss Anna Catherine Yarger. Anna Catherine is the daughter of John and Kim Yarger. She is president of Student Council, vice president Interact Club, scrapbook chairman. She's got a list that would make anybody envious. Yes.
And certainly we don't want to miss Guinea Sims. The cars went by so fast here, Guinea. We want to tell everyone you were the daughter of Laniqua and LaQuisha Hayes. Guinea is a captain of the varsity football cheerleaders, president of Skills USA, a member of the Radiator Yearbook Staff, Key Club, varsity cheerleader, and she does a great job too. And coming up next, we've got the floats, and we've got to hurry up and see who we have here. Jeff, this is...
that should be the junior class, or is that senior class float? Senior class float.
Okay, that's the senior class float. They're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Okay, well, leave it to the seniors.
Did we find out what the is it superheroes? Is that the theme of? I believe it's the superheroes is the theme of the parade.
Today was a superhero day at Gainesville High School today. So that was the seniors have been called a lot of things. I don't know about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but we'll give it to them. There's a junior class representative that just came by too, Miss Garcia. All right, so now the junior. Thank you, juniors. I can read what that says. That says juniors make homecoming incredible.
So are they going to be the Incredibles?
They've got to be the Incredibles. I can see that for sure.
I like this pace a little better.
I do too. I do too. I can read really fast, but I can't read and watch really fast.
Karina's parents are Mr. and Mrs. Alvaro Garcia. She will be escorted by her father tomorrow night. She was a basketball cheerleader, a mentor, and a member of the Key Club.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing Gainesville High School homecoming tomorrow night and see who is crowned the homecoming queen, but that is the junior class representative.
And this would be the sophomore class coming up. Or no, that's still the junior float right there. This is the
rest of they're the Incredibles.
Yes.
I guess. Are we right? I hope we're right about that, folks. We are, because that is New York City. I would know those models anywhere.
You got a good eye.
How about that? That's from prom last year.
It looks like here comes the sophomore class float.
And now there were judges that went down to one of the bank parking lots where the cars and the floats were gathered earlier, and they are judging those floats, and then the winners will be announced tomorrow night during the football game. We take competition serious here in Gainesville, Georgia, so we'll have to wait until Friday night to see who the winner is.
And then there's the sophomore class representative, Miss Becky Vasquez. She's the daughter of
Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Vasquez.
There you go.
She's going to be escorted tomorrow night by her dad. She's a JV football cheerleader. She's on the cross-country team and also on the swimming team.
Now, that is a good-looking float there.
That is. That's the sophomore class. What does it say? That's the Daily Planet.
Daily Planet.
That's super. I know who that is. That's Superman. I thought you were Superman.
I've been told I look a little bit like him. I don't think so, but a few people have said I look a little bit like Superman.
Well, that's a great-looking float. They're the super sophomores. Now, I have a senior. I don't know what the senior would say about that, but there's the super sophomores.
I love their shirts. They got the elephant on as their Superman. Yes.
Oh, that's very nice.
Very clever.
Very nice. Very quickly coming up behind them.
It's the freshman class representative, Miss Shaniqua Sims. Shaniqua is the daughter of Kimberly Sims. She's a member of the dance team and Skills USA. And then the freshman float. The class of 2014.
Man, that seems so far from now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
But it's just around the corner. And there are Spider-Man, Freshman Academy and Spider-Man, and they're going to be the seniors before you know it.
I believe that looks like my elephant's coming back again.
The elephant is coming back again, and is this the police chief coming back again, or they're just making sure that everyone made it safely around the square tonight, Jeff? I think that's the end of the Gainesville Parade, and that is just how fast it happens, folks. And if you close your eyes, Jeff, it is almost over. But how much fun has this been tonight to be here?
It went by quicker than I ever imagined. I just looked down at my watch, and it's been 35 minutes. I thought we'd been here for 5 minutes. It went by so fast.
It really was great. We appreciate being here tonight. I appreciate you joining me as co-MC, if you will, of the Gainesville High School Homecoming Parade.
I'll do it anytime. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, great. We hope everyone will certainly continue to watch the parade. We are going to run it. We're going to run it all day Friday here as we lead up to the football game. As we close out tonight, you, of course, are the football expert in this co-MC team. So give me your best guess on what the score is going to be of the Gainesville High School versus Walnut Grove football game on Friday night.
Well, Walnut Grove is a brand new school. This is their first year of, I believe, a varsity competition. They've had a tough year. I believe it's going to be Red Elephants early and often. A lot of sophomores and freshmen ought to see some playing time tomorrow night. I believe we'll see score somewhere in the 55-0 range.
Ooh. But
I'm confident in my Red Elephants.
All right, go Big Red. That's what I want to say. All right, that's what I want to say. Well, for all of us here at TV18, I'm Katil Feltz.
I'm Jeff Stowe.
And we hope you'll keep watching TV18. Want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and the crew, and keep watching TV18.